part two, because the internet's tripping, as I've been telling y'all. In this part of the house, I don't know, this part of the neighborhood over here is just really, really bad. And it may even be the whole T-Mobile thing as well. T-Mobile, you know, they got all this hype, man, but they just not really performed well throughout the years. And having gone back to them, I'm realizing that maybe that might not have been the best idea. But here we are, okay? The internet altogether is a faulty system, okay? Because any little um, uh, disturbance, especially if it's, some kind of disaster or catastrophe or wind or whatever, your internet's going to be gone. So it's fragile. It's a fragile system. I mean, we're fortunate to have it, but man, should something catastrophe take place, you are going to be out. And that's just the way it is. So let's get on with it. As I was talking about with the rebounding, again, if you want to accelerate the ability to heal, if you want to accelerate the ability to perform better, if you want to accelerate the ability to look younger longer, and especially when it comes to detoxing or creating an environment where your body is actually using the nutrients that you take in at a higher level, you want to look into rebounding, okay? In fact, I'm starting a jump dance fitness class next month around the 9th, and I'll be making that specific to dancers. It's going to be a jump dance conditioning clinic or a dance conditioning clinic using the stage of the rebounder for dancers who want to improve their skill set, and it doesn't matter what level they're on. But so I entitled this Stronger because what's been happening to me in the last couple of weeks is just that I've gotten stronger in terms of doing these muscle ups. And I believe that also is indicative of what's happening on the inside. Of course, you can't have a strong physical body unless at the cellular level you're being fed nutrients that enables you to be utilized in order to fuel that strength. Okay. And so for me, at this point, at this age, it's almost unheard of. And we're talking about the time frame that I started doing muscle ups, from the time I took the fulvic acid, okay, which I've been calling the fulvic acid effect. All right. And so what happened was and I'm thinking going back, and this is just a couple of weeks ago, it had to be 3 weeks ago that I started on the muscle up journey from just going up and down the bar. When I go back, so I get this. I'm going to go back here and kind of show you that video from a few weeks ago, because this actually started, I would say, at the end of, I want to say September. That I started to go up and down on the bar. I was going up and pushing myself up and then jumping back down. And then I knew that at some point I'm going to have to practice, staying up on the bar, which was going to be the more difficult and challenging aspect of doing muscle ups versus just getting up over the bar. That in itself is huge, and I was doing that, like over and over and over again, going up and then coming down. And so I knew that eventually I would have to start practicing literally just staying up on the bar. And so, but I was still, even with me getting up on the bar and coming down, I was getting stronger. Okay. So let's look at it here. I'm going to just try to bring this up really quick, kind of show you that progress. And again, guys, I owe it all back to the nutrients. I mean, you can't get this far and you can't, affect this kind of output unless you're dealing with and experiencing high nutrients that allows you to perform like you were a teen. And that's what I keep talking about. That's why I call it the fulvic acid effect, because the effect is just that. It's allowing me to perform as if, right, I was someone who was young, doing this. It's like, where's that coming from? You know what I'm saying? And so you have to also look at the immune system side, okay? How is the immunity being affected? It too is being enhanced, all right? Haven't had any cold or flu symptoms, nothing like that. Nothing like that's happening as far as my body's concerned. In fact, I just feel stronger, In the mind, I feel more clearer. I have a greater spiritual connection, all right? Because the nutrients that I'm taking in is so potent that it's like, wow. It's just amazing. So let's go here to, I think I have it in the green. And it's funny, people be like, man, how are you getting all that energy and you not eating? Well, again, where does the energy come from? Where does the voltage come from? Where does the alkalinity come from? If you're constantly eating cooked, baked, boiled, fried foods, those are foods that in themselves, they do taste good, but the alkalinity and the frequency and the megahertz and the voltage is low. So your output's going to be low. And instead of taking in more nutrients, what's going to happen is you're going to be taking in more toxins, okay? You're going to be taking in more toxins. And the result is you're going to end up with some kind of sickness. First, it's going to be obesity. That's going to be the first thing that takes place. And where we at now, over 70% of Americans are obese, okay? And with obesity comes what? Arthritis, diabetes, right? Constipation, low energy, brain fog, okay? Low energy is a big one because when you have no energy, you don't want to do anything. It affects everything that you do. So if you change the way that you consume food, right, and you go more alkaline, what's going to happen is you're going to have more energy. If you have more energy, well, you're not going to be thinking about food. And I've been talking about this whole 1 meal a day plan that I've been on since the beginning of the year, right, where I've been doing just superfoods. And my superfood formula looks like this. This is just one of them, okay? And it has over 13 different superfoods in it, okay? And I'm getting all the benefits from all 13 superfoods in this one, okay? 13 plus. And if you look up the benefits of some of them, let's just take one. Mangosteen. Man, mangosteen is the queen of fruits. If you were to check and do a research on mangosteen, it will blow you away. The miracle producing nutrients in that one fruit, just that one. And I have over 13, okay? So that's why you guys see what's happening to me the way it's happening, all right? Because it's a synergistic effect, all right? And then you add the fulvic that binds them all together and then enhances the mineral content or the mineral delivery while it detoxes you, but it helps this even work better. And this is the missing link in the food chain, all right? I'm telling you, all you got to do is a little bit of research, just a little bit of research. They ain't ask you to go to school for those 8, 9, 10 years to figure it out because they ain't teaching this in medicine, y'all. They're not teaching it. They are not teaching it because they don't make money when you are well. They make money when you're sick and ignorant. And the past 2 years of the pandemic proved that. Ignorant. The people who was put on game years ago, we already knew what we were dealing with. Okay? We already knew what we were dealing with. And it has nothing to do with you catching anything. You create disease by your lifestyle. Look at this. This old little paper right here. This is some 30 years old. 30 years old. Okay? I have a beautiful chapter in this book called The Awakening Your Self-Healing Body. All right. And in one of the chapters in this book, this is so old, I got a page torn out from chapter 18. In one of the chapters in this book, it says it is entitled The Illusion of Contagion. The illusion of contagion. Okay? There is no such thing as a contagion. The contagion is ignorance. You are the one who controls the gene expression or lack thereof in your body. No one else does that but you. Okay? You control it. Now, if someone's walking around healthy, how'd they get that way? Because they did things to make themselves healthy. If somebody's walking around sick, how'd they get that way? Because they did things in their lifestyle to make them sick. Right? You get drunk, you get in a car, go driving down the street 100 miles an hour, you hit a tree not gonna move, right? Who was at fault? The tree or the person that was drunk? You see what I'm saying? And disease is the same way. It's that tree. You eating and not eating in ignorance, and you thinking, oh, I'm gonna be okay, or you saying to yourself, oh, I'm not gonna catch that disease, right? And all of a sudden you get the disease, and you go into medicine to try to help you. They're not giving you no answers, and they never will. Okay, they're going to keep you going around the mulberry bush and the merry-go-round of drugs, pills, narcotics, surgeries, vaccinations, amputations, okay, drug cut, burn, poison. That's how they roll. But where's the healing at? There's none. Okay, so when I'm coming to you, I'm talking about healing on the plant-based side. Especially if you biblical, and they don't even teach this in the church. It says right there in Revelation 22 verse 2, the leaves are for the healing of the nations. Not just your nations, the nations, because when we talk about the creator, he is the creator of all the races, okay, and nations. So whatever region of the world you come from, Africa, China, Australia, there's leaf source fruits and vegetables, either from the ground or from the trees, for you to consume. Over 300,000 varieties of them. All right. But we have been educated, all right, to do what? We have been educated to eat everything out of a box, a can, a wrapper, foil, barbecue, microwave. That's how we've been educated. Okay. We've been educated to eat advanced glycogen end products. Ages. And these advanced glycogen end products, they cause free radical damage to the body, and they age you and they make you sickly as you get older. So instead of growing welderly, you are growing elderly, and you growing in that mindset with acceptance, meaning that you're not even doing anything to prevent yourself from getting old. You're doing everything actually in order to accelerate your aging, and you don't even know it. So when you're talking to a guy like me that's been down the road as a practical authority, I only have a wellness certificate, but I've studied some of the masters of wellness around the world. So when I'm coming to you and talking to you, I'm not talking to you as something that I just thought of the other day. No, it's practical, man. It's practical. So what do I mean by practical? When you see me doing these muscle ups, that's practical. How many 50-year-olds are running around doing muscle ups or pull-ups? You know, they're just not doing it. Okay, but that's my gift. Okay, my gift is research, share. Research, apply, share. That's what I'm saying. Research, apply, and share. Research, apply, and share. And so that's what I'm sharing. So when you look at juice fasting, okay, you want to lose weight, do a juice fast. See if you can keep it up for like 21 days. How long does it take to create a habit? 21 days. Okay, you don't even have to go 40. Just go 21. And in the process of going those 21 days, you're teaching yourself something. You're disciplining yourself in something. So when you look back at where you came from at day 1 to day 21, now it's gonna weigh on your mind. Do you really want to go back and eat the crappy food that you were eating that made you look, feel, and present crappy in health and the way you look? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself and say to yourself, you like what you see? Again, you created that. So if you don't like what you see, you got to do what? You got to change it. So that's why I do these fasts every year, to share the natural science of what it is, what happens when you consume food. Your body is a living juicer, okay? Pull this off of okay. Your body is this. It is a living juicer. This is my old champion juicer, okay? and it's an American-made model, okay, which means it's a top-notch appliance for the household. So basically, when you're consuming food, the juicer represents your mouth, okay? Food goes in. We put the solid food in the juicer right here, right? And then what happens is this part of the juicer represents your digestion, okay? And what takes place in digestion in a very fast and short example, okay? So you put food in the mouth of the juicer, it spits out the pulp or the fiber on this side, and on the bottom of it, the juice comes out. This represents, when the juice comes out here, that represents juice going into your, or liquid, the micronutrients going into your bloodstream. This funnel right here, the exit funnel, represents a bowel movement because your body doesn't hold on to fiber. Your body exits that in a bowel movement. So during the whole time that you're consuming food, what was your body looking for after you swallow it? It's looking for the micronutrients. In fact, it's not just looking for the micronutrients, it's looking for a conscious choice of foods that the human, the conscious agent, has made. And this goes to show whether you're really in tune with your body or not. Okay? If you're not in tune, you eat hamburgers, hot dogs, fried this, fried that, all kind of grease, fat back, wine, okay, sodas, things that just should not be in the body, okay? You're not eating anything raw. And then what happens is the body takes that. Yeah, it's going to take it. It's going to look at it, and it's going to be like, man, what the hell is this food giving us? We can't use this. And so what happens is it starts storing it in the fat cells as toxins. Or it may leak into another area of the body and start causing some kind of cellular malfunction. And you don't feel good. And the reason why you don't feel good down the road as you keep doing or eating this way, this abnormal way of nourishing yourself, all of a sudden now you're sick. And trust me now, obesity is a sickness. It is a sickness. Okay? I don't care how well you feel, obesity is a form of sickness. You should not be obese. Okay? You should be walking around with a rather healthy, slender, and toned form. Okay? If you're living right. Okay? That's what I present. Because why do I present? Because that's what I learned. Okay? So the longer you live like that, carrying a healthy weight, you ain't got to be all buff and ripped. No, you don't have to be all that. But you want to carry a healthy weight and have some kind of tone to your body. That's all it is. And you want to be eating more naturally. So this juicer right here, that's when these people created this, the reason why they created it because they knew that the American food supply had gone to a point where nutrients was not being delivered to people correctly. And so they created this in order to get nutrients to people correctly to offset the lack. Okay? This was all by design by people who cared about the American health at that time. And so I am a product of people that, again, care about the American health of the individual in my time. Okay? That's where I learned it. It ain't nothing new. Fasting goes back thousands of years, okay, to the beginning of time. All right? So it's an old, archaic, we would say it's a form of alchemy. Okay? Look that up sometime. Juicing or fasting is a form of alchemy. All right? It is a form of alchemy. Look up that word and you'll be blown away. But that's what it is, okay? And as I said before, the more ancient, the more precise. And again, I'm just one example. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm just somebody who found a better way and a natural way and a way that's been tried and proven and it works, okay? And you'll find that most people, even Jesus himself, fasted what? 40 days. Was he the first one to do it? No. The Greeks were doing it before he was doing it. He just came and did what men were already doing, okay? Because he put that wisdom in them. And he was just doing the things that men can do. He did it because it can be done as a man. So he's trying to show you, okay, you can do this as a man because I'm doing it because I'm a man. So he had to do things that that only men could do. He didn't do something that men couldn't do, right? He did things that men could do. So, because it had already been done, all right? So, so here we go. I'm talking about, again, a system that has made me stronger. The juice fasting, the superfood juice fasting has made me stronger. I was stronger going into it than I am going into it as I'm coming out of it. Stronger, okay? And I was trying to find this video here. Hopefully I can bring it up because I know this was at the park where this went down at. And let me see here if it will come up. So guys, you have any questions, like you need to ask, man. Don't let yourself become a victim of sick care, disease care, things that you are creating, or you're thinking to yourself, somehow you're going to escape. And again, another thing you've been told, a lie that you've been told, is that disease is it is genetic. It means it's passed on by your genes. That's not true at all. Okay, going back to the example of a person getting drunk. Okay, your mama didn't get you drunk. You got drunk because of what you did when you were drinking, right? You get high. Genetics don't make you high. You create the high by what you're doing in your lifestyle. And it's the same that what you eat, drink, and put on your body, okay? You may be doing all this stuff in ignorance and not knowing. But the reality is that whether you know it or not, your body senses all of that. And it's gonna punish you if you don't do right by it, okay? That's why I'm talking about coming more in alignment with how your body works. And the easiest way to do that is read this little book that I've been talking about. Let me see if I could, let's see here. Okay. It's called this, Awakening. I'm putting it in the comments. Yourself healing body. And the author is Arthur M. Baker. Check that book out. It's worth its weight in gold. Worth its weight in gold, y'all. Worth its weight in gold. And that's what this is just one of the books that I've learned from throughout the years. And it has been a jewel of a book. And it segues right into, my my lifestyle of fasting, okay, and how I have been blessed to do it, in that sense. And again, it's the superfoods. Like I said, now I've changed mine. I'm going to bring this to a close. I don't think I can bring this in because it's taking too long. So I'm going to show you my last video and just take my word for it. Because, I mean, you can see it on my timeline as well. And I'm posting these videos on my YouTube page. But I went from doing one muscle up at age 52, June 27th, to now just going up and down over the bar. Did, over 100 of them so far. And now I'm close to now 400, not 400, but over 200 muscle ups. And now I'm staying on the bar, just dropping down like a gymnast and going back up, okay? And again, I did my first up and down muscle ups were about 4, maybe 2. Then it went to 4. And then it went to 7. And now, as of last weekend, it went to 8. 8 of them, okay? I did 8 of them, y'all. Okay, it was crazy. Let me go back to this. So I'm gonna show you here. Okay, and this is on the fly. This today when I got off work. Okay, because I'm a trainer, and it was at the gym that I train at. So here we go. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Personal best right there. Okay. I mastered again. Is that 9? That might be 9. 9 or 8. I gotta count those again. I think it's 8 though. So that was my personal best. Mastered again. Okay, I did this yesterday at the park twice. Okay. And so again, when I say the fulvic acid effect, it's the voltage in this little dirt, bioavailable dirt formula. Okay. See that? Okay. That's what it looks like. Let's bring it up. Watch it go in the drops there. Okay. Don't taste like nothing. But in this is what all living creatures, both plant and animals, need in order to live correctly. This is what is missing in the industrial farm food supply that you and I have been conditioned to consume food out of. Okay. And again, when you do the simple research on fulvic acid, it's going to blow you away. It's the missing link, y'all. The missing link. Okay. And again, that's what's causing me to have this surge and boost of energy, immunity, hydration, nutrition, detoxification, and cleansing. All of that super heightened. Okay. And as a result of that, at the same time, on the juice fast, I've lost over 12 pounds. Okay. 12 pounds, solid and strong, just like I was. I love you guys to help. I will place again that article in the of fulvic acid in the comments. And if you guys have any questions and you want any information, okay, I'm giving away gift cards. Okay, if you're interested in fulvic acid and you want to try this out, I'm giving away 25 gift cards. What I recommend, because this is 120 servings, okay, for $30-something, don't buy one of them. You want to buy two. Get this into your body and read the article. Do your research. Don't just listen to what I say. Don't go in blind. Never do that, because I don't do that when I'm choosing my nutrition. I always go in, consciously, knowing what I'm doing. All right. So the article has loads of references in it that I'm going to post. But if you ask for the gift card, don't buy one, buy two of them. Okay. Get this into your system. Okay. We have at HBN Community a 60-day money back guarantee. And the reason why it's 60 days, because we know our products work. Okay. So we know in 60 days, you're going to have some serious changes in your health. Okay. Some serious enhancements. You're going to feel better. Okay. You're going to sleep better, have more energy. All right. Clean energy. All right. And that's why we give you guys that are buying from us this long period of time to where you can really test out the product for 60 days. That's a long time. That's why I recommend, if you do get the gift card, don't just get one, get two. Okay, this is your health, man. And I don't, trust me, I'm not telling you anything to try to sell you something that's a gimmick. Because where I'm at in my health, most people ain't gonna ever go. Ever. Okay, I am the extreme version of it. But I condescend to help people kind of get themselves going. But if you want to go extreme, that's where I'm at in my walk. It's not extreme to me because I've been doing it for so long. But for the average person, this brother is crazy. Okay? It's not crazy. It's just a discipline and a lifestyle. Okay? But for the average person that really wants to start taking their health to the next level, I would say start here. Start here. Start researching. Okay? Dr. Sebi, Alvenia Fulton, Annetta Powell, these people who have been down this road, they know, especially Dr. Sebi. Okay. The brother was on to the light. He was in the light. And many of you guys are still doing this, trying to, figure out, the whole medicine game, thinking that's going to save you. It's not going to save you, man. It's going to keep you coming back as a revolving customer. When you take your health into your own hand on the natural, the leaves are for the healing of the nations, what happens is you will never have to deal with sick care unless you get in a situation where you have a trauma incident. Okay? These techniques, the juice fasting, the raw juicing, the raw fruits and vegetables, the raw smoothies, okay? The superfood teas, the superfoods in themselves, these are all proactive techniques, natural proactive techniques that you can use to better the health of yourself and those of your loved ones, your wife, your children, your friends, people around you. Okay. If anything needs to be spread at this time, it's the love of being healthy. Okay. And getting into doing more things that lend to being healthy, and stop sitting up there thinking that, oh, I'm okay, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna get up. No, man, most of y'all are already there, especially if you're my category, age category. You're already there. I already got diabetes. I already suffer some form of arthritis. Already constipated. Come on now, let's be real. Okay, let's be real. So follow those people who are getting the results, who are doing the things that you want to see actually manifested in your life. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about. And here's the takeaway: the Creator made this for all of us. We just not walking in it. We're just not doing it. Animals are doing it. We're not doing it. Animals are doing it. We're not doing it though. Okay, we have to go more alkaline. Anyway, I'm signing off for now. 40 Juice Fastless Fitness, year 10, day 27. I'm moving into day 28 strong. Okay. Hoping that the Creator will bring me to another birthday, which will be one day after the end of my fast. Because my last day is on the 2nd, and the fast is broken on the 3rd of October. And then what I'm going to be doing for the remainder of the year is I'm going to be doing an off and on juice fast cleanse. Okay, what that looks like is going to look like one day of just eating as I normally do with my 1 meal a day with superfoods, and then next week I go into another full 7 days of just juice fasting. Okay, using the same nutritional lineup that I'm doing now. And if you want to get into those and start preparing your body and working with your body, especially now as we're moving into the cold and flu season, you want to definitely try to get into one of these and then start getting you some superfoods into your body, man. Start sharing these with your people, okay? Because I know y'all don't want to be sick, and you don't want to see nobody in your household sick, okay? Everybody in my household is on game, okay? That's how we roll. Okay, everybody's going to be blessed with this simple tool to make you healthy. All right, and then be educated as well. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Love you guys to health. As always, I'll see you on the inside. Look for that link in the description on the folic acid. If you want the gift card, let me know. DM me and I will get you a gift card. All I need is your email and I'll get you going. All right, see you next time on the inside.